Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to work with rational exponents. What does it mean? A rational number is a number like what we normally call a fraction. Okay, so let's start with very basic. 27 to the power of a third. Do you remember what does it mean? Because I think we've done that in grade 8. What is that?
3.
The answer is 3, but what does it mean to the power of third? Obviously, you can put that in a calculator again, the answer. Yes, the answer is 3. Okay? But why? Why is it 3?
Oh, so you put a bracket around, take the bottom and put it out of the bracket and divide it?
Okay, guys, basically what it means, all right, on this side, okay, power third means a cubic root, okay, a cubic root of 27, which is 3. Okay? Okay? So a power of a third is basically the cubic root. Okay? A power, a power half, if I have, I don't know what, 4 to the power of half, that means the square of 4, square root of 4, okay, which is 2. Okay? A power, 64 to the power of 1/6 means the sixth root of 64, okay, which is I think 2. Okay, but I want to give you a tool. That was just to explain what it means. But now I want to give you a way of how you do it if you don't have a calculator. And you might say, but I've got a calculator. So it's true. If you don't have, then you should get one. But you will need to know how to do it without calculator, because sometimes you're not going to have a number inside the root. You have an x, and then that calculator is not going to help you. So the way to do it is like this. What is 27 in terms of 3? It's 3 to the power? 3. Okay? And all that, I need to have a power third. Right? Now, what is the rule? What is the rule right now that I've got power over power? What do I need to do to them? Time them. So it's going to be 3 to the power of 3 times 1 over 3. Right? I'm just timing those two. And what is 3 times 1/3? It's 1. The 3 cancels out. Not this way. Okay? 3 times a third, 3/3 is just 1. So it's 3 to the power of 1, and yes, we got 3. Okay? Now you should be able to help me a little bit better here. How? What should I write instead of 125? Obviously, you can put that in the calculator, but I'm teaching you. What can you write? 5 cubed. Power third. That means 5 to the power of 3 times a third. So the answer is 5. Okay? Now come the algebra. So all that I could have done with a calculator, but this I can't. Okay? So I've got this whole business, power of half times this one. Let's leave that one on the side for a minute. We're going to deal with them later. What's the rule when I've got a whole bunch of stuff in the brackets and I'm powering it? What do I need to do? Okay, so I've got to do 9 to the power of a half times x to the power of 4 power 1 over 2. Okay, so I'm basically doing power half of each one of these elements and then times by x power minus 2. He's just waiting for me. Okay, what is 9 to the power of half? You can do it in your head. It's really mean 9 squared, right? 9 to the power of half is a square of 9, which is 3. You're right. You can also use a calculator. Here, for numbers, I don't mind using calculator. How do I do x to the power of half? 4 power half. What do I got to do? It is x squared, but let's just go slowly. It's 4 times half. Okay, I'm timing the powers, the exponents. Okay, and I'm still not forgetting that x to the power minus 2. Okay, now that's going to be 3. What is 4 times half? I think I already realized it's x squared then. Times x to the minus 2. And now bring us to our old friend. When I'm timing powers, what do I have to do with exponents? Add them, plus them. So it's going to be 3 times x to the power of 0. Is 0. 2 minus 2 is 0, isn't it? Adding them together, 2 minus 2 is 0. What is x power 0? 1. So what am I left with? Okay. Let's just pause here and get you to do some of these questions. Okay. So, guys, this was question 5 in exercise 3A, and that is the final answer. Now, right in 5. Now, they what you call you can leave it like that. Mathematically, that's absolutely fine. But I think, and if you write that answer, that I can't really take any marks. But I think it's really important and aesthetic to be able to write it in the next way. Okay, and I'll explain. So 2 you leave like that. What is a to the power of half? What does it mean? It's the square root of a. That's what a to the power of half means. Okay? And what is the square root of x? I mean, what is x to the power of half? Square root of x, isn't it? So now, it's just way from moving from rational exponents into the roots. Okay? So what is 2 times square root of a times square root of x? I can write it as 2 times the square root of ax. Okay? Just like, have a look at this. Let's say square root of, I'll try and give you an example. Square root of 3 times the square root of 2. What you can do is, you can put both of these numbers under one square root. It's 3 times 2. It's the square root of 6. Okay? Let me just pause here and see if you're happy with that. So that's about that. Again, I'm stressing, I can't see you losing any marks if you leave it here. Unless I ask you to write your answer not in fractions, not in exponents with rational exponents, then you have to actually do it. But I've never really seen teachers ask that. Next thing I want to know, take a step forward. So I know, okay, we saw here that a to the power of half is square root of a. So what is a to the power of 5 over 2? Not sure.
Wait, so wait.
A squared.
So wait. So
I'll pause up. Okay, good.
Okay. So you want that answer? The thing is, okay, equals 32, right? Or negative 32.
Fine?
Does it equal? What does it equal? X.
No, we don't know what it is.
Okay, so we go.
I just want to know how to write it. I don't have an answer. Let me
Brackets and then put 2 on the outside.
to what put on the outside?
2. Negative 2.
No, exactly. Look here. How can we write this? We can write it as a to the power of 5. Power what? 2. But if I write 2, then it's 2 times 5. It will be 10.
1 over. Then you got x.
So what is 1 over? 1 over 2.
2.
1 over 2. In other words, half. Okay? So I can go from here to there. Just using that normal rule that we use a million times. A to the power of m power n is a to the power of m n. Okay? Now, I can write down a to the power of 5. What does it mean when I have to do it power half? What should I do to that? Square root the whole thing. Square root the whole thing. Okay? Now, I'll be honest with you now, I've looked at that exercise we're doing. I don't know if we actually need to know how to do it right now. But if we don't need to know it right now, we will need to know it a bit later. So let's have a look at it again. A to the power of half, or a to the power of 5 over 2. Okay? Whatever is in the denominator, that's basically your square, your root. And whatever the numerator is your normal power. Let me give you another example, similar example. So a to the power of 4 over 3. Okay? Maybe you can even skip that stage. What do you reckon? What should I write here? It is going to be a to the power of 4, and then I need to put the root in, but what? It's cubic root, you're right. So it's pretty easy, isn't it? Okay? Let's do another one. X to the power of 17 over 25. I'm crazy kind of.
17 and then
Is it x to the power of 17 and then root 25. Okay, are you happy with that? I'll write down an important rule for us. Okay, a to the power of m over n is going to be a to the power of m root n. Okay, this is probably the most important rule for the day. And maybe you can just write that down. Okay? I'll just pause, wait for you. Okay. So before we move on to the exercise, let's have a look at what happens if we have negative rational exponents. So what does the negative mean?
It's negative.
Yeah? So it's 1 divided by a to the power of 5 over 2. That minus just tells you, use the same exponent, but shove him down to the denominator, right? Okay, we've done that before without fraction. We did it with normal numbers. We had a to the power minus 3 is obviously 1 over a to the power 3. So now we have 1 over a to the power 5 over 2. Now this business, you know how to do it. It's 1 over a to the power
5 over 2.
5, not 5 over 2.
No, so 5 over 2 bracket 2.
No, 5 over 2. Ryan, you said too many things today. What should I do now? Not 5 over 2. And then what should I do now? Square it. And I don't need to write 2 here, because if I just root without square, it's root square. So let's just do another one. Minus 3 over 8. How can I do that? It's going to be 1 divided by x cubed. I can do it right over 8. I can do that. Let's do another stage. And then it's going to be 1 over x cubed. And the root is 8. Okay? So I'll just finalize it here with this thing. A to the power minus m over n is 1 over a to the power m root n. Okay? So I'll add a negative 1 just for our collection. Right, so Ryan's going to help us do this one. Okay, so now we got fractions. That's Hinkle's favorite, isn't it? Okay? I'm listening, Ryan.
Okay, so you're going to go equals.
Yeah.
So
Just
6.
go do it on the board.
No, it's fine.
You know 6 because you're going to include 6.
Okay, I'll just do that extra stage. So,
Okay.
so Ryan says it's basically 336 power half, which is
6.
square root of 36. Okay, can I just write 6?
Yeah.
Or we have to do that? Okay, 36 power half is 6. Okay.
Okay.
X to the power.
A 1.
Okay, so what Ryan did here, he did 2 times half.
Yeah.
Because that's the rules of these powers, right? So it's 1.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even need to write it.
Then
Divided
over
by
minus 1.
3x to the power minus 1. Okay, let's see you now. This is where a lot of people make
Now.
mistakes. Yeah.
You go 6 divided by 3, which is 2.
2, good.
Then you go x, we go 1 minus minus 1.
Oh, Ryan, well done. Okay, so 1 minus minus 1, which gives you...
equals 2x squared.
Hey, you done it well done. Well done. Hey. Great stuff.